y'all, so my energy is not high today. Honestly, I just got this feeling over me. But we're going to do this video to the best of our ability. So let us get into Iyanla Fix My Life. What is up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. This is Iyanla Fix My Life, Season 6, Episode 18, Broken Reality with Malorie and Cynthia Bailey. Alright, so we start off with Malorie sitting down with Iyanla. Malorie is there because she is having issues within her marriage and she needs some sort of guidance and help. So of course she goes to Iyanla, and Malorie says that she has been married for 12 years. When she met him, she was 37 and he was 29. So she was a lot older than him. She had a daughter who was about 10 years old. After 2 months, they got married. And Iyanla asked her the clear-cut question, like, why are you here? Malorie is saying that her her marriage is basically over. She decided to leave her husband. He is not communicating with her. She has not spoken to him in about 5 months. She has not seen him. He has not called her. And she's basically trying to let go of the situation, and she needs help doing so. So Malorie said that she got with her husband because she saw potential. She saw potential in the man that he could be, and she felt like it was her duty to make him the man that he could be. Now, this is one of the issues that many women face. Iyanla said the same thing. Women feel like they can change a man to be the man that they want. They have this vision of this perfect person in their mind, and they take any old run-of-the-mill motherfucker and try to mold him into the person they think he could be to suit her needs. Iyanla said that you cannot bank potential. The fact that he was not what you wanted him to be does not mean you will make him into the man that he needs to be. So men become who they want to be based on themselves, not off of some woman trying to control them. Iyanla pointed out that Malorie has a control factor within her. She controlled the marriage. She wanted to control him. She wanted to control the situation. And I think a part of it too is that Malorie was a lot older than him. So Malorie being older, she would instinctually control him or try to control him because she feels like she is more dominant than him. So Iyanla keeps pointing out that Malorie is not discussing her and her issues, but keeps bringing her husband up. She keeps talking about him. Anytime Iyanla asks her anything in regards to her, she turns it around and mentions him. So Malorie is not, she is so used to deflecting from her, not wanting to talk about herself, not wanting to talk about her issues. She is referring to him in any chance that she gets. And even though Iyanla points it out to her, Malorie still continues to do it. She continues to bring him up as far as what he didn't do, or you know, what he was lacking. She said that she was the one who ended the marriage, and but she needs help getting over the marriage. Alright, so she said that she loves the idea of being someone's wife. She loves the idea of saying that that's my husband, I am his wife. She loves that idea. A lot of damn women do, because they get married to a bunch of ancient people just to say they're married. But she loves the idea of claiming someone and someone claiming her. So she said that she feels incomplete without someone in her life. So basically, her being herself and her being alone and her being just single and free, she doesn't feel like a complete person. So Iyanla wants to sit down with Cynthia and their mom Barbara to get more of an idea of how Malorie got this way, when did it start, get more information from them that can possibly help Iyanla help Malorie. Iyanla sits with Cynthia and Barbara, and she asks them the same question she asked Malorie. Why is Malorie there? And Cynthia said that Malorie has this way of not wanting to be alone. She always needs to have someone. She always needs to be in a relationship. And we all probably have friends like that. Or you might probably be this person. She always wants to be with someone. If she's not with someone, this is when she feels down by herself. She doesn't have any confidence. She basically can't function without a partner. Cynthia also said that Malorie looks for financial security when it comes to men. So Iyanla called her a hoe. I mean, not even a hoe, not a hoe, I'm sorry. Iyanla called her a gold digger. I'm sorry. Iyanla called her a gold digger because one who is searching for financial security with all these different people tends to be looked at as a gold digger. Cynthia also said that Malorie, after knowing this guy for 2 months, they went to Vegas and got married and didn't tell anybody because Malorie knew that if she told her family, they would try to stop her because Malorie tends to jump into situations head first and not really think, and she will rather not go to her family, go to people close to her to get, because she doesn't want to hear negative things. Malorie would shut down. Malorie would disappear for months. She wouldn't contact anybody. They wouldn't see her or anything like that. It reminded me of Housewives of Atlanta, where there was this one season where Cynthia said that she hadn't spoken to her sister in months. And it took me back to that because maybe that was one of the times when Cynthia tried to tell her something, Malorie not wanting to hear it, shut down and decided to not communicate with her sister. So Iyanla wanted to know, where would Malorie get something like that? Where did she get it from? Because this is learned behavior. She learned it from somewhere. And their mom said that, well, actually, no. Cynthia said that she got it from the mother, and the mother didn't even realize that that's what she did. And Cynthia said, well, you do that too. You kind of, close yourself off to people telling you certain things about yourself, and then if you don't like it or you don't want to hear it, you don't really communicate with anybody. You kind of disappear for a while, and Malorie got it from her. So Iyanla is asking her, the mom, Barbara, about her upbringing, about how was she with the men in her life. And we all know that Miss Barbara was in abusive relationships, abusive marriages, and she was abused, and her kids saw that. And she said even growing up, her mom was abused by her father, and she and her siblings were abused as well because she said her father would beat her for not picking enough cotton. And I was kind of confused. Y'all know I'm not from the States, so the whole picking cotton, I don't know if her father was still a sharecropper. She's only 69 years old. I don't know if her father was still a sharecropper and they had to pick cotton. I've never seen anybody pick cotton before, so y'all would please enlighten me. Were there still sharecroppers? I'm assuming there were still sharecroppers back then. I'm assuming. I don't really know. But she said her father would beat her and her siblings for not picking enough cotton. So she has known abuse all her life by the hands of the men in her life. So with her kids seeing those types of behaviors, they start exhibiting those behaviors. So Iyanla gives Cynthia and their mom homework to do. They want them to answer these questions as Malorie, how Malorie would answer these questions, so they can teach Malorie and show Malorie the truth about herself, because Malorie doesn't like to hear about her. So if it comes from her family in a loving way, she probably can receive it more. So Iyanla sits with Madison, and this is Malorie's daughter. She is 25 years old, and Iyanla wants to get a better understanding from Madison how it was like growing up with her mom. Madison said once the separation happened between her and her mom and her stepfather, there was a lot of blaming, and her mom was the one doing the blaming. She said her mom has a tendency to hit below the belt. So if they are her stepfather and her mom are arguing, her mom, rather than communicating, because her mom does not communicate well, rather than communicating her issues, she would say some shit to undercut and hit below the belt, and then make things worse. So she said that she has noticed that ever since she was a little girl, that is something that her mother does. She said that her mom is not really appreciative of the stepfather, and Iyanla kind of pointed out she's really not appreciative of anyone. So Iyanla said that she noticed that the Bailey women don't really tell the truth. They make up things in their minds and they run with it, but they don't communicate it with anybody else in the family. So Iyanla is basically on a mission to fix things within the family, because she feels like Malorie's issue is came from her mother, but you can see that the issue is actually encompassing all of the women in the family. Alright, so Iyanla is with Malorie again, and Malorie said that she felt like her husband was not ready to get married. Malorie wasn't really ready to get married either, so that statement was kind of, you know, twofold. I mean, you weren't ready either. Okay, so Iyanla wants Malorie to do an exercise, and it is 3 buckets of have, doing, and being. And she wants Malorie to put these balls in the bucket that identify with the question. So a lot of the questions were surface-based, basically financial stuff. Well, not financial, but material stuff. Do you have a home? Do you have a car? Do you have money in the bank? Do you have a wardrobe? And those go into the have bucket. Do you do any charity? Do you have any charitable work? Whatever she did goes into the done bucket. And who you are as a woman. Are you self-confident? Are you honest? Are you ambitious? And those go into the being category. And all in all, she had more balls in the have, because she covets more of what she has, basically not really understanding herself as a woman. Because in the being, she had about 2 balls, and in the done, she has about 2 balls. In the being, she had about 1. So she is more focused on the material things, the things that she has, the cars, the home, the bank account, whatever. But she is not fulfilled within herself as a woman and understanding herself as such. So Iyanla basically did that to show her that, you know, you need to get this shit corrected before you can even move on. You're trying to move on from a marriage that you don't want to be in. You don't want to be in. He obviously does not want to be in, because you have not spoken to this man in 5 months. And Malorie said that he didn't even contact her to see how she's doing. Why? That is another of her controlling behavior. She does not want to be in a marriage, but she still wants him to contact her, to check on her, trying to control the way he's thinking of her. So Iyanla decided to call in Cynthia to sit with Malorie, to basically talk to her and to have a more better understanding of their relationship. So Iyanla asked, first of all, let me shout out to Cynthia, because Cynthia killed it to me. She, even casually, Cynthia still looks good. But so Iyanla asked Cynthia, what do you think is Mal's state of being a woman? And Cynthia says that Mal doesn't have self-identity. She has to constantly be in relationships with people to appreciate herself. And Mal has a tendency to look for financial stability versus love and affection and emotion. At that point, Mal started to get defensive and started to shut down and started to cry. Now, this is where you notice that this is the problem. When Mal started to cry, Cynthia went and tried to protect her sister and hug her and tell her it's okay. But that is the problem. Every time Mal breaks down or feels bad about herself, they don't allow her to dwell in it and sit in it. They go and try to protect her, especially Cynthia. I didn't realize that Cynthia was older than Mal. Mal looks fucking older than her sister. I thought Cynthia was younger than Mal. All this time, I never knew that Mal was older. Cynthia was older. So Iyanla told her, Cynthia, to leave her alone. She has to deal with this, and she has to sit in this, because if you keep trying to protect her, she is not going to fix it. She is not going to fix it, because you're always running to protect her. Iyanla's talking to Cynthia, and Cynthia is not paying attention to her. She's trying to protect her sister. So she finally left her alone, and Iyanla went up to Mal and basically said, you know, you need to learn how to deal with your emotions and speak it, because you have a tendency to shut down. You close your lips, you shut down, you don't want to talk about it anymore. And I have a tendency of doing that too. If there's something going on with me, I tend to shut down. I tend to not talk about it. I tend to not express how I feel to anybody, and this is something that I've been doing since I was a child. So I kind of understand what Mal is dealing with as far as that, because I don't like confrontation. I don't like arguments. I don't like any of that stuff, so I tend to not talk, even though it's festering inside. I keep it inside, but then sometimes when you keep it too long, it explodes, and that happens a lot too. So Mal revealed that Iyanla asked her why would she disgrace herself for a man. Mal said that she is always in the shadows of people, and she is always in the shadow of her sister. So Cynthia is the model, Cynthia is the one with the money, Cynthia is beautiful, Cynthia is on a reality show, Cynthia is a celebrity. She has always been in the shadow of Cynthia, because Cynthia has always been the boss of the family. She has always been there running after her sister and following her lead. She said that being on the reality show ruined her life. She can't be herself anymore. People identify her as Cynthia Bailey's sister. First of all, you were not commissioned to be on this reality show. You chose to be on this reality show. So this was an option for you. You're not a housewife on the show. So you complaining that the show ruined your life and people compare you, you chose to be on there. Like, if it was Cynthia, fine, but you chose to be somebody to come on the show, and you constantly did that, and you and your mama had a damn storyline on the show. So you can't say that you are upset about how you are, like, your identity from the show, when you constantly appear on the seasons more than anybody else's siblings. So you can't really complain about that. That is a choice you made. Alright, so Iyanla sits down with all the ladies, and she said that she had a private conversation with Miss Barber before they started taping, and we really don't understand the path that our parents had to take. And Miss Barber said that, you know, growing up, she was teased by her siblings. She was called crippled. She was called ugly. I don't know cripple. I don't know where her defect is. I don't really know. But she said that she was called crippled. She was called ugly. She was beaten. She had to watch her mom be beaten. And, you know, this was just something that she learned. And when she got married, she was only, what, 16, 17 when she got married. She didn't really know the man, because they got married after, what, 3 months or something, she said. So it just kept going. It just was a behavior that just kept going. And she said that she realized that she's failed her children because of the abuse. Cynthia said she felt like if you as the mother couldn't protect yourself, you couldn't protect us. And that is when Cynthia took the torch to protect her siblings. She was the boss. They consider her the boss. Cynthia is the one that makes the decisions. Cynthia is the one that provides for everybody. So the mom said that she apologizes that has become Cynthia's role. And Cynthia said, I wasn't given the position. I took the position because I saw that it needed to be filled, because mama wasn't doing it. So the mom said, you know, I apologize to you for that, and you are fired. You don't have to take that position. I will take the position from now on. I am the queen. I will deal with everything. I am the head. Cynthia said, I wish I could believe that, but I know it's not going to happen. And it's not going to happen. They have been so used to Cynthia dealing with everything all these years. Stopping it after 1 hour of Iyanla is not going to help. No. So Cynthia said it's not going to work. I mean, she is eventually going to be back into the lead role, because that is how their family works. Iyanla tells Cynthia that she needs to let them fall. She needs to learn how to let them go through their process, because Cynthia has a tendency of protecting. So she needs to learn that. She asked everybody to read their homework, basically answering the questions from Mal's point of view. I don't know. I feel like the ending of Iyanla now has, I don't know, it just seems unfinished. Like they sit there, do a little scene, and then the show is over, and I feel like it's unfinished to me. But they sat there, they read out how Mal is. She said that she'll work on herself, and that was it. It really, the endings are not ending properly to me. I don't know if there's, I don't know, am I the only person that noticed that it's not ending like an ending should end? I don't know. Is it me? Tell me if it's me. I don't know. But yeah, so it ended. They talked about basically how they answered the question from Mal's point of view, and she said that she received everything and she's gonna work on herself. And the final I guess the update, Mal is working on herself, trying to be self-sufficient, and the relationship is over. And basically had updates from all the women saying that they're learning how to communicate better and everything like that. It's just the endings just don't end to me. It just ends weird. I don't know if that's just me. But anyways, guys, that was Iyanla Fix My Life. So let me know what you thought about the episode down below. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to like this video. And do not forget to check out my website, justbeher.com. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.